Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we're going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Mike Barnes beat Johnny during the events of Cobra Kai Season 6? So in this timeline, the events of Cobra Kai Season 6 would still happen. Miyagi would still have to pick 6 fighters to compete in the Saikai Taikai, and Daniel and Johnny would still be having a hard time deciding on who would go. So Daniel would still bring in Mike Barnes. Those events would stay the same. Mike would still have the students compete in various challenges, and he would still pick his top 12. Mike would still get the top 12 to capture each other's flags. Devin would still try to prove herself, and Johnny would still want Mike to notice Devin, but Mike would start to get annoyed by Johnny. The challenge would be over, and Mike would still pick his top 4. Miguel, Sam, Robbie, and Tori, and Hawk, Dimitri, Kenny, and Devin would all be tied. So Mike would want to review his notes and decide the next day, and later that day, Johnny would show up in Mike's shop. He would want to see if Devin made the cut, but Mike would still say that Devin was at the bottom of his list. Mike would say that Miyagi was good for kata, but it didn't produce powerhouse students. Johnny would say that he could teach him a thing or two about power, so Mike and Johnny would both strike first, and they would begin fighting. It would be a close fight, and they would start to knock each other back. Johnny would knock Mike back, and it would turn on his power saw. Johnny would be using a combination of offense and defense, but Mike would be using more offense. Mike would start to get angry, and he would push back against Johnny. Johnny would start circling Mike, but Mike would be faster, and in this timeline, Mike would be the one to kick Johnny against his table, so the table would still break, and Johnny would fall on the ground. Johnny would be a little bit injured, and he would be ready to stand up again, but Mike would tell him that was enough. So in this timeline, Mike would defeat Johnny, and Mike would tell Johnny that he made his decision, and that Devin didn't make the cut. So Johnny would get up, and he would leave in defeat. The next day, Mike would decide the remaining 2 students, and he would choose Hawk and Kenny. So Miyagi's team would be Miguel, Robbie, Sam, Tori, Hawk, and Kenny. Those events would carry on. Devin would be disappointed, and she would be mad that she didn't make the cut, but Johnny would say that she did a good job, and that he was still proud of her. Season 6 would continue. Kreese would still want to get in contact with Tori, but Tori still wouldn't want anything to do with Kreese. Tori's mom would still pass away. Season 6 would continue. Johnny would want Miguel and Robbie to fight for captain, since Miguel and Robbie were top 4, along with Sam and Tori. So Miguel and Robbie would fight, and the fight would be very similar. Robbie would still be balanced in this timeline, and he would use a combination of offense and defense, and he would still defeat Miguel. So Robbie would still be the team captain. Sam and Tori would still fight, but Tori would still be fighting with anger, and Amanda would still want to stop the fight. So Danny would still stop the fight in this timeline. Tori would say that she needed to fight, and that her mom would have wanted this, but Daniel and Amanda would say that she wasn't in the right headspace, so Tori would get mad, and she would decide to leave. Those events would stay the same, and with Tori gone, Sam would be made team captain, and Daniel and Johnny would choose Devin to take her place. Miyagi would still go to Barcelona to compete in the Saikai Taikai, and they would be surprised to see Cobra Kai there, and that Tori had to rejoin Cobra Kai. And that is where I'm going to end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Mike Barnes beat Johnny during the events of Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 1? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.